Here's where the dream of a bridge slams into hard reality. The Cook Strait is no ordinary challenge. It's a force of nature, and it doesn't give up its secrets or its crossing easily. And that's where our story really begins.
The vision was intoxicating, but reality was brutal.
For years, the dream simmered. If others could build across seas and estuaries, why not here? But the Cook Strait isn't just a little strait. It's one of the most treacherous, violent, and geologically unstable places on Earth.
Headlines would scream, "Kiwis build the eighth wonder." It would be a landmark visible from space.
New Zealand, two islands, north and south, separated by the Cook Strait, just 14 miles wide at its narrowest. For decades, people dreamed of bridging that gap, a colossal structure of steel and concrete, a symbol of Kiwi ambition. Imagine, no more waiting for ferries, no more weather delays, just drive from Wellington to Picton in minutes. It would have been a national icon, a feat to rival the world's greatest bridges. The idea, bold, audacious, and a testament to New Zealand's can-do spirit.
And those plans were about to get very dramatic. The dream was simple, the reality, anything but.
The people wanted a bridge, the strait had other plans.
It had its own arguments, ones that no amount of willpower could overcome.
But the Cook Strait didn't care about public opinion.
Year after year, the debate returned. Engineers showed off glossy renderings. The public nodded. See, it can be done.
The idea became folklore, a symbol of progress, unity, and national pride.
Politicians promised studies, newspapers printed wild designs, and the public kept asking, why not?
It wasn't just a dream, it was a practical solution. Businesses, families, everyone wanted certainty.
Every ferry delay, every missed delivery, every ruined holiday, people demanded a bridge. Build the bridge became a national mantra.
For generations, Kiwis have looked across the strait and thought, this is ridiculous.
And it was about to show why it's one of the world's most feared stretches of water. Some dreams are built on solid ground. This one was built on shifting tides.
The Cook Strait wasn't just a challenge, it was a warning.
The dream felt closer than ever, but the reality was even further away.
The engineers here faced a monster, deep, violent, and untamable.
Comparing them is like comparing a house cat to a Siberian tiger. The Chinese faced mud and storms. The Cook Strait is a different beast.
But here's the catch. The Pearl River Delta isn't the Cook Strait.
New Zealanders pointed to these bridges as proof. The technology exists. The methods are tested. The Chinese built across typhoon-prone seas. Surely the Cook Strait couldn't be harder.
These mega-projects proved the impossible was now just a matter of budget and will.
If they can do that, why can't we cross 14 miles?
While Kiwis dreamed, the world built. China's Hong Kong-Zhuhai-Macau Bridge, 34 miles of engineering marvel. And she meant it. The strait fights back and it fights to win.
It's as if she said, "No road here ever."
Mother Nature designed the Cook Strait to be unbridgeable.
It's a perfect storm of marine hostility.
The Golden Gate faces fog. The Oresund Bridge faces ice. The Cook Strait faces all of it, turned up to 11.
And then there are the currents. Some of the world's most violent, with tidal flows up to 8 knots. Whirlpools, eddies, and shifting seabeds would tear at any structure.
Foundations would need to be sunk deeper than ever before in zero visibility under immense pressure.
Building here is like assembling a watch in a rugby scrum. Hurricane-force winds, relentless and wild. The seafloor, over 1,000 feet deep, a dark, crushing abyss.
The first problem? The water itself. The Cook Strait is a wind tunnel with waves. The dream was doomed, not by the sea, but by the earth itself. Some places just aren't meant to be tamed.
You can't build a permanent link on impermanent land.
The seismic risk is so profound it turns ambition into folly.
Billions spent, and the bridge could vanish in seconds.
Foundations could simply sink or collapse during a quake.
The seabed is fractured, unstable, and prone to liquefaction, turning solid ground into soup.
The main fault runs right through the strait. A major quake could shift the land by meters, snapping a bridge like a twig.
The Cook Strait is riddled with active fault lines. Earthquakes aren't a question of if, but when.
Even if you beat the wind and water, there's a bigger threat, the ground itself. New Zealand sits on the Pacific Ring of Fire, tectonic plates in constant collision. Sometimes the best engineering is knowing when to walk away. The tunnel dream sank before it even began.
Some ideas are better left on the drawing board.
The tunnel was a triumph. A Cook Strait tunnel would be a gamble with disaster.
The comparison is tempting but fatally flawed.
The Channel Tunnel faces almost zero seismic risk. The Cook Strait Tunnel would face it every day.
And then there's the seismic risk. One quake, one crack, and the tunnel floods instantly.
The depth is staggering, over 1,000 feet down with immense pressure and steep gradients.
Tunneling here would be like drilling through a bag of broken plates.
But the tunnel was built through stable chalk. The Cook Strait is fractured rock, sand, and gravel, a tunneler's nightmare.
The Channel Tunnel proved it's possible, 31 miles under the sea.
If you can't go over, can you go under? Enter the tunnel dream. The Cook Strait remains untamed, and honestly, it's better that way.
It preserved a unique journey, a national treasure.
The failure to build a bridge wasn't a failure at all.
The crossing is more than transport, it's a front row seat to New Zealand's wild beauty.
Stand on deck, feel the spray-watch dolphins race the bow.
And the journey itself? It's become an iconic Kiwi experience. 3 hours of breathtaking scenery from city to wilderness.
They're floating bridges, adaptable, reliable, and surprisingly elegant.
Every day, modern ships cross the strait handling brutal conditions with ease.
Ferries can be upgraded, scaled, and replaced as needed, and they work.
Ferries are practical, flexible, and perfectly suited to New Zealand's needs. The cost of a fixed link would be astronomical, unjustifiable for a nation of 5 million.
So no bridge, no tunnel. What's left? The humble ferry.